It's been 15 years, and as you can tell, I still carry the weight of my decision. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about my child. I made the decision pretty quickly to terminate my baby. At the time, I guess the social and the peer pressure, and it was kind of like a bit of a taboo being young, pregnant, being a mum, still at school. The father, I actually found out while I was pregnant that he had a warrant out for his arrest and had children to a previous relationship. And so that kind of added to my decision to terminate my child. Once I had kind of made that decision, I had gone to the counsellor at school and I had told her what my choice was. Once I had let her know what my decision was, it was quite quick moving forward from there. There was kind of no, I guess, opportunity or no options put forward to me to say, hey, look, there's support out here for you. Once I had said this is what I wanted to do, the ball was set rolling pretty much. It was very quick. Within a week or two, I had to be signed off by the nurse, a doctor and a counsellor who obviously all approved of my decision. In hindsight, I believe that they would have just wiped me off as mental health. When I look back, did I have a justifiable reason for my choice? No. I was put under a form of anaesthetic. I couldn't feel anything, but I was still mentally aware of what was going on. I could hear a lot of suctioning. And it was a very quick procedure. All I can remember is just lying there and hearing the suctioning during the thing. Before I knew it was home, left with the aftermath, and pretty quickly, and I'm talking like as soon as I come home from the hospital, it was instant regret. It's been 15 years, and as you can tell, I still carry the weight of my decision. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about my child. No one really quite prepares you for the trauma and the hurt as a consequence from that decision. If someone would have just stepped up and just said everything was going to be okay, then I quite believe that my decision would have been different. Yeah, I was a baby myself, still had a lot mentally in the way to go in terms of maturing. But could have I done it? Yes, with the right support. And I'm sure that if I did decide to keep my child, my parents would have 100% backed me with that decision. Would have it been hard? Yes. But would have it been worth it? Absolutely. You know, because all life is valuable and all life is worth it. You know, a lot of the argument in regards to the abortion law being changed was the fact that they said that you felt criminalised, when that is completely untrue. The system is very much set up to enable your decision and to not encourage other options. There was no alternatives put forward or no sort of You know, there's a network here for you if you decide to go with this from the get-go. The system's not there for options, it's there for one thing and one thing only, and it's very quick. When I hear it come up in the media, or I see online about things to do with abortions, that's when it kind of becomes quite raw for me. I think as the years went on, it creeped up on me. In hindsight, when I was 18, I fell pregnant with my eldest son. When I birthed my eldest son, it really put life into perspective for me and put things in hindsight and made me look at my life prior to that. And then I guess it kind of, what happened when I was 14 bubbled to the surface. And I guess it's something that's really only come up quite intensely in the last 5 or so years. I've been through loss on both ends of the spectrum, miscarriage and abortion. Very recently I had a miscarriage because my body didn't let go of the fetal tissue naturally. I had to go in for surgery, and the procedure was almost the same as having an abortion. And again, that kind of brought up a lot of raw emotions, and it was very hard. It kind of makes me think, going through that process, because there was other women at the hospital there with me. We place so much value on a life that is wanted, but a life that is unwanted has no value, but it's the same. As a person that's just recently gone through a miscarriage, you mourn and you grieve, and there's so much value placed on that life. But then on the other hand, you've got a woman that's going through the same thing in another hospital or another ward that could be the same gestation, that has placed no value on that life. That's not right. What gives us the right to deem what is valuable and what's not? It has its levels of similarities, but knowing that terminating a child is your decision, it's your choice, it definitely makes the hurt a lot harder to go through, because the guilt that you feel from it is just tremendous. A miscarriage is hard because it's out of your control. You can't do anything to stop it. When you terminate your child, and it's a decision that you've made, it's in your control, and then once it's done, there's no going back. There's no taking it back. I would say the grief, the hurt, it's all very much the same. The only difference this time round is it's out of our control. The first time it was in my control. But I think it adds to a level of hurt, because you've got that added guilt on top, carrying the guilt of a poor decision that was made years and years and years ago. Our voices go unheard, and you see all these feminists picketing, saying abortion is healthcare and it's our body, it's our choice, but it's not our body and it's not our choice. They might think that you go in for a couple of hours and it'll be all over and done with, but those couple of hours just open the door to years of hurt. And I can tell you now, from now being a mum of 4 boys, I'm incredibly blessed. It's life-changing, every day, like even just on the way here, I'm thinking, man, my child would have been almost 15. I think about where my child could have been and where we could have been. If you think that you can't do it, you can do it. There's people out there that can help. there's, ask for help, reach out for support if I can speak up and be a voice for someone else and encourage them not to go through the same thing that I've been through, and it saves a baby, then that's all I could ask for. I've had friends that have also gone through with a termination and, same deal as me. They've come out mentally, emotionally not the same, and they still carry those wounds from their decision as well. And I think that's the funny thing about it, is that it's kind of sold to you in a way that you come in, it's a quick couple of hours out of your day, you're done, next page turn. But in a matter of fact, there's years and years of hurt that you've got to work through. I take comfort knowing that my child's in heaven, and one day I will get to meet him or her again. But it is hard. Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on anybody.